I had just moved into this role the year prior and had tried my hand unsuccessfully at leading a strategic planning process. Failed miserably at it, and in the process I learned the value of bringing in someone from outside to facilitate that process.
Meet Mark, Department Head of Agricultural Leadership, Education, and Communication at the University of Nebraska. For years, Mark and his leadership team have partnered with leadership resources for strategic planning and strategic coaching. The results? Well, we'll let Mark speak for himself.
My experience with leadership resources is outstanding and continues. Leadership Resources and I became acquainted in about 2009. For me personally, in leading a department, I felt it was essential that we focused our energies as a faculty and staff around the things that were most important, and then move those forward in a way that we could be accountable for what those were. Not having that in place felt a bit like we were adrift. And so I was really grateful to find Leadership Resources. They spent an incredible amount of time collecting information, learning the context that I operate in, learning the expectations of our department, and doing it in a way that was really, really meaningful and fed into the process of our strategic planning. There's no one else that would go to that level that would be willing to do that. Most people roll their eyes when they hear strategic planning because it's often seen, I believe, as something that has to be done. Somebody checks a box, yep, we have a strategic plan, and then it never sees the light of day again. And the approach that Leadership Resources took with me was that these are the vision, the mission, the core values, and the priorities that this organization, my department as a whole, agree upon. At that point, the level of ownership is incredible. People recognize that these aren't Mark Balschweit's core values that I'm being held accountable to. These are the shared core values that I participated in identifying, and now all of a sudden I'm accountable to myself and the group for how I act and how I approach my work and the people that I do my work for and the people I do my work with. What I do and what we do as a department, we're accountable to the citizens and taxpayers of this state. There's little time to be making things up as you go. And there's an expectation that we're operating on point, doing what we're to be doing every single day. And without Leadership Resources, it would be very difficult for me to see where we would be, because we wouldn't have had the focus, we wouldn't be able to articulate where we were headed and how we were going to get there, and we would have no idea if we arrived. And so that's the piece that Leadership Resources really brings, because there's a clarity there that comes with working with professionals who know what they're doing when it comes to strategic planning, identifying vision, helping organizations be on mission, and really being able to articulate that in a way that helps move forward. I don't know where we would be as a department without that. We certainly wouldn't be as successful as we are today in terms of meeting the needs of citizens and taxpayers of the state of Nebraska for the programs that we offer and that we deliver.